Good afternoon, students. Today we are discuss about ecological factors. So already in previous classes read it for the ecological factors. Again, what is ecological factors? Is nothing but biotic or abiotic factors that are affected with living organism. That's why ecological factors. Then these ecological factors otherwise known as environmental factors or eco factors. So these factors generally classified into four classes based on the biotic and abiotic factors. There are the four classes. They are climatic factors, edaphic factors, topographic factors and biotic factors. So already in previous classes we are discuss about climatic factors, edaphic factors and topographic factors. So now we are start about biotic factors. So what is biotic factors? So the biotic means living things. So the interactions between the living organism such as plant and animals, that is called biotic factors. So these factors affected with different kinds of the living organisms. So these factors may be direct or indirect for various living organisms. For example, vital process of the plant, growth, nutrition, reproduction, depending upon the others. Otherwise, the interactions are pollination, grazing, parasites and symbiotics. Then next one, types of interaction. These factors may be direct or indirect and modifications of the environment. There are the two types based on the interactions. So according to the Odom in 1970, the interactions of organisms is called symbiosis. So again, already we learn about the meaning of symbiosis. So again, so the term symbiosis derived from the Greek words which means are living together. That's why symbiotic. So again, so what is symbiosis? A closed and long term biological interaction between the two different biological organisms is called symbiotics. So based on the symbiotic of organisms, they classified into the two types. They are positive interaction, another ones are negative interactions. So first one's positive interaction, another ones are negative interactions. Next, so first we have discussed about positive interactions. So what is positive interaction? Thus are one or both the participated species are benefits. That's why positive interaction. Or one or two organisms are benefits. There is no harmful effect. That is called interaction. These are include mutualism. Another ones are commensalisms. Now we are discuss about mutualism. Now we are discuss about mutualism. So what is mutualism? Generally, the mutualisms are both the species are benefits or an interactions between the two species of organism. Both are benefits to form. That is called mutualism. These organisms are obligate associated lifelong. These organisms are association. If you have any organisms are both the organisms leads to the death. That is called mutualism. For example, so many examples are mutualism. First ones are nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen fixation. Second one, lichens. Third one, mycorrhiza. So now we are discuss about nitrogen fixation. So for example, this rhizobium. So it is one kinds of the bacteria. These bacteria are live for soil. So these are entire into the root of some leguminous plants like groundnut, Arachis ibogea. So these plants bears the root hairs. The root hairs when enter into the bacteria to form the root nodules. The root nodules located these bacteria. These bacteria is helpful. They absorbed atmospheric nitrogen into the nitrate after they are absorbed into the plants. So very simple example, groundnut. The binomial name of the groundnut is Arachis ibogea. So next one's another example for this lichens. So the lichens are associated between the algae and fungus. These are mostly live for the soil surface. Some kinds of the lichens are live for the bark of the trees and etc. Other example for this, water ferns. Water ferns azolla. The nitrogen fixes cyanobacteria like Anabaena. Another ones, Anabaena have coralloid root. These are found in the cycas. What is coralloid root? Generally, all kinds of the roots are positively geotropic, negatively phototropic, except in coralloid. These are positively phototrophic, negatively geotrophic. So these roots having the Anabaena bacteria, they are absorbed in the sunlight, they prepare the own foods. So other one example, cyanobacteria. An example for this nostoc. They are found in the thalloid bodies of Anthoceras. It is one kind of the bryophyte. So again, thalloid. So these bodies are undifferentiated plant bodies. Next, rubs present in fruits like fig. Another ones are lichens. Another ones are mycorrhiza. So the mycorrhiza are the fungus live root of the higher plants, that is called mycorrhiza. So many examples are takes place. Generally there are the two examples, ectotropic mycorrhiza, endotropic mycorrhiza. Ectotropic mycorrhizas, the fungus lie outer surface of the root, that is called ectotropic mycorrhiza. For example, this pinus and oaks. Another ones are endotropic mycorrhiza. The fungus lie inside of the root, especially cortex, that is called endotropic mycorrhiza. An example for orchids. So other example for this, pollinations of birds, dispersions of fruit and seeds, etc. Next, we are going to discuss about commensalism. So what is commensalism? When interactions between the two organisms, among which one of the organisms are benefits, other is normed. So others are neither benefits or nor harmed. So the species that derived from benefits, that is called commensalism, whereas other species called the host. Some of the example for commensalisms, very simple examples are epiphytic plants. So what is epiphytic plants? So the epiphytic plants The epiphytic plants are used only, they are supported in the plant, not for the food and waters. Basically, these plants are live for places of the plant. There is no absorbed water and minerals from the host. So, this is not a parasitic plants, only depending upon the place of other plants. That is called epiphytes. These plants, they contain the two kinds of the roots. They are clinic roots, another ones are aerial roots. So the clinic roots, they are absorbed water, they are absorbed in the little amount of the minerals from the bark of the trees and also fixed in the plant permanently. Then aerial roots, it is hunking roots. There contain some special kinds of the tissues. The tissues called velamen. For example, this is orchids, another ones are vanda. So what are the uses of the velaments? They are absorbed moisture or water from the atmosphere. That are functions of the aerial roots. So the other example for commensalism, many orchids, ferns, lions, honking moss, peperomia, money plants, arsenia, and etc. Some of the other spines mosses, tildaceae, grow in the park, oak, pines and tree, etc. So this is an example for common solism. So today class is over. Tomorrow we are discuss about negative interactions. Thank you.